Good morning, maker friends. How is everyone doing this morning? I'm really excited you're joining us over here at a maker studio. For those of you who may not know me, my name is Kerri, and I run a YouTube channel called Mama Dares DIY. I do a lot of easy and fun but creative stuff over there. So if that's the kind of stuff you're into, definitely head on over there after I've live this morning and check that out. We're going to give everybody just a few minutes to hop on here with us. You might want to even invite a couple of your friends because, y'all, we've got something brand spanking new to play around with today, and I am super duper excited. I'm sure we might can even talk Amy into doing a giveaway for us. Let me know. Help me, y'all. Let's ask Amy if she'll do a giveaway with this brand new product that she's just launched. Y'all, you are absolutely going to love it. This is something that is easy, but it looks like it's super hard. Are you ready to see? Looks like we've got some people joining us already. I bet if you tag a couple of your friends below in those comments, I bet you she'll let us do a giveaway. You ready to see? Y'all, look at this. These are Amy's brand new full color ink transfers. Can you get over the detail in this? These birds are amazing. The butterflies are gorgeous. They're very vintage. And that's kind of what inspired my project today. I'm going to be attempting a mixed media piece, which I'm not very good at, but I have 100% faith in myself because I've got these gorgeous ink transfers to work with. So you're ready to hop onto the workspace? Don't forget, invite a couple of your friends, and let's ask Amy if she'll do a giveaway on this for us. Let's get started, y'all. Okay, y'all, here's our workspace that we're going to be working with today. I've got our gorgeous full color rub-on transfer sheet. Isn't that amazing? This was my first time to try this on my sample piece that I already made. It was also my first try at mixed media. Y'all, I'm not even afraid to say that I'm totally a fan already, even though this was my first piece. So let's look at some of the stuff we're going to be using today. I've got some little canvases that I picked up from Dollar Tree, and y'all, most of this stuff did come from the Dollar Tree with the exception of my Maker Studio stuff and also a couple of things from Amy Howard at Home. So from the Dollar Tree, we've got our canvases. I've got some greenery and some berries. I've also got some jute twine. I've got some of this really pretty vintage ribbon. I've got some pop dots. This is like double-sided sticky kind of foam tape here that's kind of lifts up your pieces. I've got some pages from an old book. And from a Maker Studio, I'm going to be using some gel stain. I'm also going to be using just a little bit of gold leaf, not a whole lot. And I've got the sizing that goes with that. And I've also got the Bright Idea Clear Lacquer Spray from Amy Howard at Home. So y'all, let's hop in. I'm really excited. This was my very first piece of mixed media, and I think it is so stinking cute. Now, once I'm done, I will give everything a nice coat of clear lacquer, and this is the Bright Idea, so it's going to be really, really shiny. I also think if you don't have a lot of mixed media, then you could actually coat it with the resin, and that would be really, really shiny, and that would give it a whole new look. Okay, so we're just going to take this off. Let's see which one I want to go for with this one. I think I actually want to do a couple of the butterflies. And y'all, I'm really going to tell you I was a little bit nervous because I'd never used these rub-on transfers before, but it was so simple. So I'm going to do this big butterfly, and I'll put that on the canvas and then see how much room we have to work with. Have you done any mixed media? I don't know why I've never tried it before, but it was really a lot of fun. I think the trick to mixed media is to kind of look at all of your stuff and try to keep in the same sort of look. So I kind of am going with this vintage look. So I think that is kind of the look that all of these colors have together. Okay, let's see. I think I can do this one as well. I'm kind of envisioning like 3 butterflies maybe stacked on top of each other. And again, I'm just kind of making this up as I go along, but I find sometimes that those are the best crafts, don't you? And now let's go with a small one. I've got maybe this one. And we're just going to hope these all 3 fit. I really hope I have enough time to do the other canvas and we don't run out of time. Now you can also use these transfer sheets on furniture. So if you've redone a piece of furniture and you want to kind of jazz up the front of it, or if you want to try to jazz up the top of it, these would be a super easy way to do that. And it would sort of look like it was hand painted. Oh, those fit perfect in there, don't they? I think this is so pretty. So my thought for this one, because I kind of have the book pages here, my thought for this one is just to kind of keep it simple. Let's put our transfers on here, and then I can tear off some of the pages of the book and do little strips on the sides. What do y'all think of that? So all you need to do to make your transfers work, you want to peel off your backing. You just want to lay it down. And you know what? Actually, hold on. I wonder if this would go. Okay. Change of plans. Change of plans, y'all. I think I want to just put my transfers directly onto my paper. I told y'all, we're just kind of making this up as we go. So the first one I'm going to go ahead and do before I put down the second ones, because I don't want any of my pieces to overlap. So you can take any kind of, maybe a debit card. You can use anything wooden, like a wooden popsicle stick. This is just a little clay working tool that I happen to have on hand. And y'all, you just rub. Just rub it. Your transfer is going to release from the paper on the front. And then you just pick up that top carrier sheet. You honestly can't get any simpler than this. And if it's not released all the way, your carrier sheet won't come up. That's why it's super important to make sure you rub over the whole piece. Okay, now here we go. I've got one little piece here that I didn't rub good enough, and that's okay, because you just rub it and it puts back down. Same thing with this one. You literally cannot mess these up. Just go slow when you pick up your sheet. And make sure you have every piece off. Have you checked out these new transfers? Amy's got lots of different ones on the site. I think the flowers are absolutely fantastic. How beautiful would those be on a dresser with some of the butterflies in there with it? Oh, I think that would be stunning. Look at that, y'all. That looks like a real butterfly that you have pressed onto this paper, doesn't it? I think using the book pages is a great idea. Still kind of goes with that vintage vibe. We're going to do the same thing with this one. And I like that you can see a little bit of the words underneath it. That just even looks more realistic. It makes it look like it's actual butterflies that you can see through their wings. As I'm working on this one, I'm kind of looking at the bigger canvas here, and I think it would be really pretty to do one of the birds on that one. What do y'all think? Y'all don't forget to let me know, are you watching us live this morning or are you catching us on a replay? Also, I would love to know where you're joining us from. I myself live in Panama City Beach, Florida. So if you are ever down this way, definitely look me up and say hi. I would love to meet y'all. And don't forget, we are trying to get Amy to do a giveaway for us. I think if we tag some of our friends down below in the comments, I bet you she would let us do a giveaway. What do y'all think about this transfer? What are some other things that you might like to see in a transfer? I'm a sucker for anything botanical, but living at the beach, I also love shells. So I hope Amy does something with seashells. You know what this reminds me of? This look really reminds me of being a little girl and going through the encyclopedia with my papaw. My papaw had these beautiful encyclopedias, and I can remember looking through the encyclopedias and finding those butterfly pages. And do you remember they had the vellum and you could pull the layers back? This is really what this reminds me of. Isn't this simple? Simple but beautiful. This is why I'm quickly becoming a fan of this mixed media stuff. You kind of get to grab all of your crafting stuff and just have fun, don't you? Okay, let's see if I rub this one good enough. Nope, a little bit more. I may put a little flower or something on this one, or I may just accent it with gold leaf once I get it on there. You really cannot go wrong with gold leaf, can you? I think that just sort of kicks all of your projects up a notch. Y'all look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, so now I want to just tear the edges of my paper. I'm going to tear it a little at a time because I want to get a lot of that chippiness, and then that way I can take my finger and I can sort of roll back and sort of ruffle those edges a little bit. This is really cool, isn't it? What are y'all working on today? You know what this would be a great project for? Y'all, I think this would make an awesome Mother's Day gift. Could you see yourself doing this as a Mother's Day gift? I think it would make a fantastic Mother's Day gift. I would love to get something like this from one of my kids. Handmade gifts are one of my favorite things. Now I just want to sort of ruffle that edge just a little bit, not a whole lot. I just want to make it kind of curl up just a little bit. I need to double check and make sure that it's the right size. And I think I can take just a little bit more off of that top piece. Y'all, it doesn't get much simpler than this, does it? It would be really pretty, I think, to even gold leaf a little bit on the edges here, or maybe even gold leaf the outside of your canvas. I do think, though, I want to just add a little bit of stain to my edge. Not a lot, but I just want to sort of give it that antique look. So I'm just going to take some of my water-based gel stain, and if you've watched me before, you know what a fan I am of Amy's water-based gel stains. Just want to antique that edge a little bit. You can even take your finger and blend it in a little bit if you want to, just sort of dirty up that edge. And you probably won't be able to tell it much until we put it back on our canvas. Now, I'm going to attach this using my pop dots, but if you wanted to, you could Mod Podge this on. But I don't think I would recommend hot glue, because I think the hot glue on the back might show through. And y'all, this project is almost done. I'm going to add in a little bit of that ribbon, and I think that's all I'm going to do to this one. What do you think? Do you love it? I'll even take some of this just dirty it up just a hair. Now you can see those edges. Now I'll take some of my pop dots, just cut off 4 little corners. Let's flip this over. And if you want to, you can even put one in the middle just so that the middle doesn't sag. You know, I don't think we're going to have time to do our other one on camera this morning because we are running out of time. But maybe we'll do this again. Or if I finish it before I get a chance to go live again for y'all, then I will post a picture. What do you think about these? I think it's a ton of fun. And it's a way to use up all of those little crafted materials that, you know, you're like, oh, why am I holding on to this? Mixed media pieces are the reason you hold on to scrap pieces. And there it is, y'all. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so let's take a little bit of this ribbon. What do you think? Honestly, I think I like it just like it is. I really thought I wanted to put a little bit of ribbon on the corners, and maybe I go underneath. And I think that's what I'll do. I think I'll just go underneath it just a little bit. So that's all we're going to do for this one, y'all. I'll go underneath my, let's turn it this way. I'll go underneath my paper, And I'll just hot glue this to the edge. Just on 2 corners. We don't want it to look too perfect. And I do think I am going to have to hop back on here to do that second one for y'all, because I want y'all to do this with me. What do you think? I think it's so stinking cute. Actually, let's see. Wonder what this flower would look like in the top. What do you think? I think I like it. I don't think I'm going to glue it down yet. I'm going to look at it for a little bit and see how I like it before I make it that far. Actually, no. Mine made up. I want this to match. Done. Quit changing your mind. Even though we are allowed. Okay, y'all. We are totally out of time, but I would love to know what you think about this project. I think this as a trio, as a Mother's Day gift, would be something fantastic, don't you? It has sort of that vintage vibe to it, and I think it is fantastic. Okay, y'all, what do you think about our project? I think it is so pretty, so vintage, and I think it's absolutely beautiful. You would never know this stuff came from the Dollar Tree, would you? I love it. Now, I did just remember, as I had turned my camera back around, that I picked up some pine needles out of my yard. And y'all, bringing in that natural element, I think is kind of cool, because I actually put a little piece of that pine needle into my little bird. And I think it is so stinking cute. It kind of ties both of those pieces together, doesn't it? What do you think? Keep the pine needle or take it out? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Y'all, I want to thank y'all so much for hanging out with me today. We had such a blast, and I can't wait to do more mixed media pieces with our rub-on transfers from Amy Howard and A Maker Studio. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, y'all. Until next time, happy DIYing, y'all.